Another episode of The Discussion Aisle. Moi ase apne kan la host Azin Jamir. Aro mokan idu The Discussion Aisle de mokan inspiring individuals kan anina global window laga viewers kan ge takan la stories, takan la journey, aro most importantly takan la challenges kan la upor de kota kore. Idu nishna ajui mokan la ode ase ekta inspiring individual kunbra stereotypes kan sob break na talaga passion ge venture out kra la ekta story ase. NITU VILUO, also known as the Rumbling Spoons, an engineer turned chef. Tala stories, tala journey, aro tala challenges la upor kota koreo. But most importantly, what made him quit the job and venture out? Well, thank you so much for joining in our conversation today.
It's my pleasure and thank you so much for inviting me.
So we are here today, Mujun Kota Korina. We'll just sink in the conversation over a cup of chai, or coffee. How do you like your coffee?
It's good.
Okay, so I'm really looking forward to apni la stories to mukan global window la viewers kan gi janai dio le garne, and I really hope ki Mujun la conversation where viewers can be inspired korina. I'm really looking forward to it. So mula question, like before coming to the questions, like can you please walk through like apni la early childhood days to kinya spend crochet, kinya tagishe to viewers can get all the ko parigo.
So my childhood to my born and brought up in Dimapur, and then school handu yedra purishe, and then idu bishte Kohima jaine studies kurishe, and then everything was good, and then bhalrai purine likha pura bhalra kurishe, and then Bangalore jaine study kurishe. So that's the stuff.
So also I've learned from sources, that's what we say, that you were an IT engineer, you were in the IT sector. So how was it life before the chef, like viewers can get the ko parwa?
After my graduation, my electronics communication de purishe, and then after my engineering, I came to this Kohima.
Okay.
I was with parents, and then all of sal I work on a project with central government la project kam purishe, and then I was working at census office, and then I worked there for 2.5 years, and then somehow I moved to Bangalore because I wanted to do something in the IT field. So I went to Bangalore, and at that time I was working in like corporate and all, and then in my own field I was working. So I worked there as for 5.5 years in Bangalore, and then this year I shifted here. Yeah, I came back.
For good.
Yes, for good.
All right. So then that was basically chef nohage de
Chef nohage de.
Achha.
Like till 2019 beginning, I was working, and then I quit that job. After that, like I was not keeping well. Gaubal thagane ina hoine. Alop health bi edo corporate hande kam kora time napa ho jay mohan.
Exactly.
So edu karone health te bi bishi compromise kore. Edu karone I thought like eat healthy something na. I just started with Instagram and all. So edu bishte that there was like the cooking passion the pula thagi she. Alwe aru edu cooking aru korne nijor karone health karone conscious wa bishte. I started cooking. Aru edu bishte business khande aish na. Started making pickles.
So I'll consider you as a health freak.
Yeah, a little bit conscious of what I eat.
Yeah, healthy living, right? So like, apni la life te, like, was there any particular point ki ite do moi chef kuro, like ito entrepreneurial sector di venture out kuro, in a particular point asna nai tila life.
So like, I've been working in many sectors like IT field de kam kurishe, and even there was one point like I even work in call center, but like iduhan time de sometimes we feel like that man struggle kurne ede ghorba dure buine health ki bhi man compromise hoye se, and then you have to be under someone. So at one point like moi realize kurishe mula health bhi important ase, and then we won't be staying there for permanent na bahar jaga de outside of Nagaland. So I have to do something when moi kam debi man khushi pain thakane because bishi feel de kurishe olive ekta thik line de noha karne na satisfaction nai. So I decided like in the month of 2019 January there friends can really insist you cook very well na moi like always in the office kan debi sabji han lu jane ta han ge try han ko tiffin han lu jane na mohan to lunch kan debi han khai dege to everyone they love it. So inya kushi the friends were like, why don't you open a page on Instagram because it was booming, and then it in the Korea page kan cholawi inya han kushi. So I opened the page inya it was like followers kami bishi pai deishe or interesting na manlo interact kurne ekta ina thaishe. So I decided one day to quit my job. So January the page khulishe, Instagram February the moi kam charishe. Ina hine
तो corporate sector रे अपने friends kan dila defini rikita ge होला ना
hoy like after they got to know that moi nya banai ase, so there was demand. The first mala friends kan be they were working in corporate,
अच्छा
so I sent to them. तो tahan खुशी paishe.
Also अपने कथा पर them I just realized that it needs a you know like a lot of cuts na nature la jobs kan quit kurina or like starting from the scratch venture out really though, like it's very gutsy, right? So
Yes.
it just shows that how courageous you are also as a person, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. So like they say entrepreneurs you need to have courage na.
Yeah.
So like for my business I started with just 500 rupees. So home base.
Please tell the audience about your business story.
Okay.
I'm so interested. Get 500 rupees. Where can you start to share?
So Bangalore thai she. So mula health pin thai she. So I started making pickles. So moi bhavishe with my friends they suggested enya kuri to pickle banabi na ina ina koi dai she. Bishi manuwa response ai dai she because they can't eat the food na biya ho jai sabji ando. To pickle banabi ina kushe to. ठीक है सेगने moi I went and I bought this buff na meat buff meat and then anine pickle banai she. So the rest it just started with like 2 kg of beef and then idwa pickle start kuri she ghore start karne na. So the response mo mana ange ne dabba hande na jina the container we get here ina dabba de banai ne mana ange pathai she. So like the first piece was like 6 or 8 piece nya banai she container and then I give to them. They love it. So that's how the business multiplied na.
500 rupees for a start Karina Ajido. You have like 30 point something K followers in Instagram. So which means that Rumbling Spoons is like reaching out to people. No way.
It is a like power of social media.
Yeah.
First it took time to grow. And then for me like I like to socialize na. So even during my college days like mala higher secondary do my science college ko himara kurishe. So itu time de thaka time de bi union han de bi bishi inya berai de. So that type I got to interact with people and even during my engineering days I would be like always it time de the Facebook kan bi bishi olai de che back in 2010 the Facebook kan starting thai che the we get to use of internet to idu han cholai ne man interesting hoin thai che socialize bishi kodai che. So social media the way my plan is not to be like very famous or like that but to serve a certain people like a small community the way who will love my work, authentic handmade artisanal na. So that way I'm able to capture them.
Talking about the authenticity, like Apnila, I've stalked your page. So Apnila page though I can see like lots of. Oh yeah, I will.
Okay.
Kali tak to stalking ko na lagi siya. Just so while stalking, I've seen that you know you met this Naga cuisines kan, especially like silkworm and all.
Yes.
Which is like mainstream India. These are not the you know like typical food that we get.
Yes.
So like, apnila you know field. How are you? What's your strategy to take the Naga cuisine to the you know like next level? Can you reach out to say manuan ge?
So like even when I started the page na ito nam the Rumbling Spoons kaya mala page to my first day bhabna gram de manuan sab Naga kitchen, Zuku kitchen, tribal kitchen na they use all this. So I wanted to make it little ekta na moi bishi study korne kinya nam loile bhalo mix match korne naam han enya korne last the Rumbling Spoon na nishina. So when you look at Rumbling Spoon people won't say that it is particularly Naga cuisine na but the work is like that means first to manage attractive grow like na something that it will just struck your mind na. So enya naam do enya first name is very important either start kurishe and then pickles kan bana dem devi the traditional way of making the mahasab jane but we are not able to market it, we are not able to promote it, sales kan devi na. So me coming from all this background na working in corporate marketing sales ito handle jani ase social media han jani ase do I try to make the pickles like the traditional bishi mohang khain jale mohala pickle han bishi jhalu je which the mainstream cannot take. Northeast people the mohang khabo pari jay na pickles kan do jhal hole mohan do jhal kha do ase bishi manu bahar la han do na pare to tahan jhal khao na pare do moi tahan la customize bi kori dai and second thing veg and non veg categorize kori veg is strictly veg na to moi la kam kora de hole bi I have separate utensil for veg because I started in Bangalore like example we have so many communities Hindu, Muslim, Christian, na bishi varieties ase. So they don't like the utensil use na for non-veg. So from that time like the starting na the discipline little things I take note of it.
Really ekta janyong monjade with so many like small scale industries coming up like NGOs can really associations can really or maybe just like individuals can really pickles can companies can like market the bishi julia say ajalina so like what is that one thing ge apni la product to stand out karina market the like capture karo pare or like audience ke trust win karo pare to ki ase apni la de like what would be that one thing?
Okay, unique selling product USP ko ade do moi la de do the main thing is moi idu sob manui kuri ase but I make aware of people what I'm doing na so it's on through social media I have not paid anything on the advertisement on papers like print media hande ko kura na khali social media la ase until now I have not paid anyone na marketing kura la debi so the main core of my product is the product itself na my example if I'm making pork pickle I let people know how I have done so example if you are a beginner you come to my page and I ines hawo idu do moi bi kuro paro na it's very simple it's not like I'm selling them I'm showing them like idu product inia ase inia banai all the process the simple way how I'm making it so that anyone who follows they can also know na
to apni la idu chef la journey de like mugan nakaba society de side shogele do parents are like mugan traditional jobs can get support kore government job hi lage ina utakena to like apni la parents can be to engineering the quit wina chef grow ina dan dita kan la reaction de kina tang chef
like even to get into engineering na bishi hard ase so we come from like a moderate family like ekta middle class family do mohan bi man digdar ra parents kama mohan ge poraise da to pora de bi bian hoine bhal ra porise study bi porise graduation first class ne hoine pass hoise so after that like kam good hoise na good paying job like in Bangalore aro staying nijor apartment hande buine bhal ra good hoise first to parents kam bishi against hoise kele nia kurias na and that too like Bangalore de buhine nia kam kurias kun ko Bangalore jain chutney banai ase ko le bi sorom lagi jai na to aro idu engineering burne chutney banai ase to bishi criticism manu alak khan bai pai thake na ayati life te alak uku kam nai wishning itu man paruo na friends khan bai demotivation bi ai jai kumba baro ne na mon bia bani buhi thake aro ghor ba dur ase kun bi nai family I was alone staying there तो फ्रेंड्स खान आसे तो तहान भी ने कोया तु मा भल काम गुडाइसे मा भल पेइङ जब हैन की कारणे छाडी आसे पगला आसे इदो कंपनी दा आइबले मानु मन ना दुख करे तो मराइ ने फॉलो करो गा पेरेंट्स खान भी खुशी नाइ तो कुरुले मन नाइ गुला हि जबि ना यदे आहिने यदे क्यों छितु मुतु लेबे काम करबे और नलबे एमपीएससी हान इने हान दिबि एग्जाम हान और प्राइवेट जॉब नले बिजनेस एकटा स्टार्ट करले करबे तादे रा इने आमान दुख न करबे इने क्रिटिसिज्म तो पाइसे इवन फ्रॉम माय सिस्टर्स ना फैमिली सिबलिंग्स खान रबे इने पाइसे
but finally kine convince krise parents kange
sai taham bi like ekta main do man stability na being the only son moi or the youngest one do man ekta na sisters kan labe ekta thage na moila pressure de to the ones like hoy social media ra inia kurine moila kam do aro bichte moi gap bi bishi thaise da to inia thaga de lockdown hoise to uku role nai hoise lockdown de moi bi ene stop kurish na to inia thaga time de olop stop kurne some months to stop kurne thaise to inia hoine parents kan bi kinya hoine income aibo like once I was getting so good salary na itia do moi enjoy moila maintenance kan kinya kuro idu han bhabna korais to idu time de moi bi tahange convince ko na mora olop mage time dibi amage moi my father he passed away na so I have mom na to mom thaise taira inya kinya kurle ho gen thaise mara give me 2 years mage correct kurole 2-3 years mage time dibi moi kuro na thaise to Rumbling Spoon was growing to itu time de moi Bangalore thakam de exposure vicious na Bangalore de to mohan inya saman ekta Naga cuisine dulu jane bahar jaga de kura ta de bishi popular Naga cuisine yede kurle olop komti hole idula saman ta de kurle it's not available na and there is so many people studying outside in Bangalore to alak cities kan very responsible ase
So like Nagaland, we're very rich in culture or diversity. Like when it comes to cuisines, also taste buds kan alak takina, which means that apni Nagaland la cuisines kan ye alak state in promote ado. It's very nice na to see our like cuisines reaching out to people also.
Yes,
Na?
yes.
And I'm pretty sure ama dite to convince Sushna.
hoy amade like enia promotion dikhne like neighbors kan hoile bi like social media na to moi ene 2020 de aro YouTube channel bi khulishe dona to ene moi naga cuisine mola photo han na dalne khali food the dikhawai ne ene han kurishe do YouTube prabi aro manu jani ne na bishi manu do social media no chala like Instagram no chalai to tahan YouTube te thage to ene han rai like cousins kan na ghor manu han prabi tai han gi bi koine and then moila WhatsApp kan de dikhine dedication han dikhine aro like after I started earning something like hatte puisa ha bise ta hambe lop na acha tai bi ko ekta to kuri ase na he is hoy tai pari ase tai enjoy tai ge sawo pari ase like mohan dependent na thaga hoja bise parents can be tai bi kuro pari ase kane they are also convinced na
Ite do Bangalore la or like outside state kan do I'm pretty sure apni the market to panai do shai dia do na to like naga manon bi apni la business ki support kres na nai first my question and then like if yes Kiniga in what way ta can support Korea or like if no then in what aspect manogan aro like improve Korea like so that itu local entrepreneurs can get support Korea pariho la dina improvement asna nai
very supportive at this time though bishi support kore aro moi inia banai shigule they will share it promote it na aro tan knowledge shigule manu gibi inia kuri die na inia banai as de inia information so word of mouth na to moi la marketing nai to example apni mola brand aware hoise to manu ge ko refer kuro inia hoine
apni itu la career de like maybe just a shift in career also engineer ra chef la itu on career or maybe pickle banai banauna la career de challenges kan iko face Krishna nai
the first thing the coming into a pickle thing in a woman dominated society like in when it comes to home food and all na to maiki manu kore mota manu kinya kuro mota manu do chef kan purishe gole ekta kotha kuno purne kinya ekta home chef mota manu kuro even now na ite hole like 3 years down the line I see hardly na people guys going to the kitchen doing the things regularly for me I've been doing this from my college days pre buhine nya aise Bangalore thakam debi ekla pakai ne khai we like ekjon manu lagi jai enia type thake na mota manu handu cooking handu alchi lage but for me like it's a daily job I've made it a habit na
you've talked about mota manu on kitchen de kusina cook rala but then again at the end of the day like cooking is a gender neutral to na or like we as a Naga society we're like patriarchal male dominated society and then abnira conditioner especially in a chutumutu business I'm not saying pickle making is like but then considering from the general perspective it on the apni conditioner women dominated and it's so inspiring to see a man coming up and then I get the conditioner breaking stereotypes also and also viewers can sabki ko munja do like cooking holi cleaning holi kiki holi these are all gender neutral like itu kama se itu matai grow lage itu ina iku naina so like it's very inspiring also apni ina khwado na when it comes to entrepreneur or just employment as well Nagaland de sashogule do like we have more than 1 like educated unemployed youths who are like government job they depend krina se na or like conditioner parents can huli elders can huli mukhan every time government job la biche they just and for all those viewers who don't know we are shooting on today's 26 November and ajila dindo NBSC examination la din be so like conditioner there are so many youths outside there like in the exam hall sitting for the NBSC but kumbai paule se to rest are uneducated but unemployed chole se to apni an bi itu an lo de like eco share ko le monas nai because apni do itia to itla career de chaka banai dishna so do you have any message or just the experience
moi la experience bi moi la aim the central jobs bishi daise so my railway la hande bi aro IT la hande bishi try krishna so even to the interview level na prelims mains clear korne interview tak be banking hande bi moi nia punche but by few margin na no punche aro enia thakine bishi exams te olop pra puncha ne तो इन्या हुआ तो demotivate भी होए एक ता टाइम थे मन engineering भी थे engineering
Yes,
ये medical MBBS को लाइक तो खाली किताबें पढ़ो लाइक top 10 दे अलाउ लगे ना top 20 दे अलाउ लाइक इन्या थे तो इतना तो social media trend है सब मने भी YouTuber बनो but you should know that अच्छा मैं इधर करूँ but in the long run किन्या हो एक दिन दो इधर ना थका हो जले किन्या हो but so once you're skilled in something there will be so much opportunity for you तो मोहल्ला youth can be the face like example 22 let's say 20s थे ना 20s to 30s इधर भी prime time ऐसे इधर मोहल्ला energy थे ये सबसे बिशी थे ये क्यों एक तक करूँ बोले भी तो yeah it's good मोहल्ला vision की ऐसे मोहल्ला की करूँ मन ऐसे इधर जानी थे ये तो I would strongly support अपनी NPSC दिवो मन ऐसे या government job पे करूँ मन ऐसे focus करूँ भाल वर्क करूँ इधर करने आरो टाइम थका टाइम दे दो if you get free time इधर टाइम दे learn something skill ना study भी कोड है भी एक तरह साइड ते कहीं साइड hustle भी ना इधर टाइप स्नैक तभी कोड हो गया
music दी हुई so Dafma is there to support ना actually sports ISA then chef la cooking la this is very underrated to Nagaland di sasha guli do na to Nagaland government bhi apni gan la nishna de like field kan de it one the sasna nai or like support pasna nai
it's a to ko inya support to nai de and even me in the cooking sector na naga cuisine de careers na do 3 years in ya hwa de ko inya Nagaland government bra bhi nai na opportunities kan तो मैं भावना हिसाब से तो नागालैंड गवर्नमेंट भी दुफले सावो पड़े ना भावरा एकता ऑर्गेनाइज एकता करने ना इवन इफ इट्स नॉट लाइक ए वेदो डांगोर टफ महानिसान होइले एकता छिटो एकता ना ग्रुप एकता टाइप करने होले भी महान ला एकता लिस्ट रखिने महान के अपडेट लइने बिकॉज नागालैंड टूरिज्म प्रमोट करोगले महान नागा कल्चर कोले तो फूड भी एकता मेन आसिलो और महान ला kapra han traditions clothes kan ido hanase but food is also a major thing na apart from all the scenery all this kan na to itu karne food phale bi bishi grow pare aru naga cuisine de kinya manu ke promote kuro even like the home chef kan hole bi professional nai mahan naga cuisine line academy bi nai kode mahan channel learn kuro itu han de bi work kuro pare aru ekta kina ko ekta workplace ekta jaga ekta thakbo lai tade manu han bi aine hikbo parbo like dry items naga ingredients kan ki ase in a platform dibo lage
होय ना so I really hope मुझे ना conversation right the Nagaland carbon can be like it would be nice if we can reach out to them also through our conversations na also it's very nice talking with you but then we have to wrap up the conversation so like do you have any last message to the audience out there who are watching our conversation today
so thank you so much bishi balde she interaction and sab to thank you so much to you and the team global window ge bishi thankful ase aro the thing is moi lai do moi do opportunity pa do ene moi kotha koi do mon ja do edo Nagaland de opportunity bishi as na man to man hard work kro lage aro aji man ekta kam ekta start korise gene we have to be consistent thik prai do kam do bhal work kori lamba korbi man iman kam korhele bi kuma bado sales komti hoye puisa na ha ho jay support na ha ho jay at that time you have to like nijor la mental peace bi janbo lage nijor time break loine nijor la kam kora de ek pra korbi aro consistent thakibi hard work koribi aro manuge networking koribi and I can assure you one day you will meet the right people who will take you to the another level aro apni bhi apna career de bhalo hoy to karne hard work koribi number 1 the hard work patience rakhibi aro always believe in God he is there
तो इधर तक शे आजला conversation the rumbling spoons logo de konbra stereotypes kan so break green now women dominated field te ahigna tai pickles kan panai na despite engineering la degree luina like tala stories kan hunina I just I came to realization that no work is so small for anything also like tala message te kwanishna to have patience in life aro God as a center of our life it on so regulado anything is possible kwala tala life la opportunity mo kan janai se and talking with him mo bishi inspire hoina se and I believe that global window la viewers can be equally inspired hoina takyo this is Azin Jamir will be coming up with another yet episode of the discussion aisle you keep watching Global Window